On a quiet street in a small town lived a girl named Mira. She wasn't born into wealth or comfort. Her house had a tin roof that rattled when the wind blew, and during monsoons, rainwater often dripped inside. But what her home lacked in comfort, it made up for in courage, because Mira's mother, Sushila, was a woman of remarkable strength. Every morning before sunrise, Sushila woke up, lit the stove, prepared breakfast, packed lunch, and left for work. She worked as a tailor in a small shop, stitching beautiful clothes that women proudly wore to weddings and festivals. Her fingers were rough and often pricked with needles, but her spirit never broke. One day, Mira asked softly, "Mom, don't your hands hurt?" Sushila smiled. "They do, dear, but pain is small when your purpose is big." Those words stayed in Mira's heart. At school, Mira was bright and curious, but not everyone supported her dreams. Some relatives would whisper, "Why spend so much on a girl? She will get married and leave." The words hurt, but whenever doubt tried to grow, Mira remembered her mother's strength. One evening, during a power cut, as they sat under a dim yellow bulb, Mira asked, "Amma, why didn't you study further?" Sushila paused before answering quietly, "I wanted to, but life had other plans. That's why you must study. You will go further than I ever could." That night, Mira made a silent promise to work hard and prove that a girl's dreams matter. Years passed. Mira studied late into the night, often helping her mother finish stitching orders. When she applied for an engineering scholarship, even the application fee felt impossible. Without her telling her, Sushila sold the only gold bangles she owned. When Mira found out, tears filled her eyes. "Amma, those were precious." Sushila gently wiped her tears. "You are more precious." Weeks later, the results arrived. Mira had been selected for a full scholarship. For the first time, she saw her mother cry, not from exhaustion, but from pride. College was challenging. There were language barriers and moments of doubt. But whenever she felt like giving up, Mira remembered the sound of the sewing machine at dawn and her mother's words, "Pain is small when your purpose is big." She worked hard and eventually graduated at the top of her class, earning a job at a respected technology company. With her first salary, Mira returned home. She repaired their old house, bought her mother a new sewing machine, and placed a small velvet box in her hands. Inside were gold bangles. Sushila's eyes trembled with emotion. "You didn't have to," she whispered. Mira smiled. "You gave up your dreams so I could live mine. Now it's your turn." Soon, Sushila opened her own tailoring boutique where she taught young girls stitching for free. On the next Women's Day, Mira stood at her old school and told the students, "When you educate a woman, you empower a generation. And remember, behind every strong woman, there is often another strong woman who believed in her first." The hall erupted in applause, but one pair of hands clapped the loudest, hands that had built a future thread by thread. Moral: never measure a woman's strength by her circumstances, because when she rises, she carries an entire generation with her.